On YouTube. Good morning. Welcome to our breathwork session. We will do very similar, if you joined last week, to what we did last week, where we will do some mobility, working on spine, rib cage, creating that space for the breath, and then we'll do towards the end of the session some seated practice as well. So finding a comfortable standing position where you've got plenty of space around you. Making sure you've got space front and back, taking your feet shoulder width apart, a little bit of bend in the knees. Let's just start off with some gentle knocking. So we're rotating from the hips and the waist. Pay attention to your connection to the ground, so through the feet. Be aware of the heels in contact with the ground. The balls of the feet in contact with the ground. Not gripping too much, so just relaxing the toes. Softening into the ankles. Feeling nice and stable. Soft knees. And then really get that sense of using the ground, using that contact with the ground to drive the hip forward. So it's a very sort of like gentle pressure down as you move side to side. You're shifting the weight ever so slightly through one side and the other side. It's not just pushing the hips forwards. It's using the ground, coming through the legs. And that means you can really just relax the upper body. You can lengthen the spine. And the whole purpose of this is just to free up that rotation of the spine. So nice long spine, lifting through the crown. Pay particular attention to lifting through the crown, relaxing the face. And then keeping that length through the spine. If it feels comfortable for you, just taking a little bit of a glance behind. So still keeping the shoulders relaxed. So you're just getting that little bit of extra rotation, that little bit of extra twist. You need to keep long through the upper back and through the crown to get that rotation in the upper back without leaning back. So make sure you're not leaning back. But the spine is a central axis to rotate around. And then just slow it down. Come back to facing front. You may feel a little dizzy. As long as you don't feel too dizzy, that's good, that's fine. Slow it down into water waves. So here I almost sink a little bit lower in the knees, in the ankles. And then add that little bit of resistance to the arms. Nice, and then just come to a rest for a moment. We'll do spinal cord. Rather than looking up and extending up and back here, when you come up you lift the chest. We'll open up the front of the chest, but then just slightly tuck the chin to lengthen the back of the neck, so you get a nice long neck there. So you get that movement through the thoracic spine, but rather than looking up, just lengthen that neck. So you get a nice long neck through the back of the neck there. So breathing in, and then tucking the pelvis, and here we tuck the chin towards the chest. Breathing out. Breathing in here, you're looking forwards, but lifting up the sternum, lifting up your heart towards the sky. Breathing out. And then finding your comfortable rhythm. Couple more. Really pay attention to that upper back. Getting some movement through the spine. And then taking a rest. Feel how that now feels standing tall. Shifting the weight side to side, hips parallel to the ground, so you get that little bit of bend in the knee that you shift towards, and then free up that upper spine and the mid spine, the lower back. To dog wags the tail. So the hip leads and then the spine follows. Relaxing the shoulders. You still need to keep lifting tall through the spine. So lengthen. And then slow it down. Come to standing. You can walk your feet in a little bit and just balance. Let's do a little bit of self massage, which is good again for opening up the nasal cavity and again creating space for the breath. So if you're wearing your glasses, you can take your glasses off if you're comfortable with that. Let's just do some raindrops all over the scalp. So I'm just doing tiny, tiny little taps over the scalp, relaxing the face muscles as I'm doing this. And also down the back of the neck, that's quite nice. You have the vagus nerve, which is the main nerve or group of nerves that run through the chest, through the diaphragm into the belly, and it's the main nerve which helps to send the signal of safety to the brain, so very good for relaxation, bringing that body into parasympathetic. Now just gently pressing under the brows, so just a little press there underneath the brows, and then spreading. Whatever pressure feels good for you. And here we have a lot of cavities, paranasal cavities, sinuses. Making sure you're just breathing easy through this, that you're not holding breath. Tapping the cheekbones, and then coming again to the side then, to the nose, just gently tapping. We're getting the blood flow there, getting some vibration. And then getting into the jaw here, you can have a good circle of the fingers, just pressing in there. Jaw is where we often hold a lot of our tension. And it doesn't get a lot of work if we're not chewing food. So just getting into the jaw there. If anything feels uncomfortable, then you just stop. And then you can get behind the ears. So there, base of the skull behind the ears. It's a nice way of lifting and lengthening the neck. And then you can get your thumbs right in the base there. Again, find those knobbly bits. And then that's another really good way of lifting and lengthening the neck. Just circling the thumbs. And then just squeezing the ears, so just squeezing down the side of the ears and a little bit of a squeeze of the lobes, a little bit of a gentle pull of the lobes. This is my excuse for having big ears. Squeezing, a little bit of a pull. And then we'll just do some chest. So we go into at the either side of the sternum. You can either use your fingers, tapping your fingers, or if it feels, I forgot I got my heart rate monitor on there, or you can go up and down with the knuckles. So just tapping up and down the sternum. And this is a really good place or a good time actually then to take a slightly fuller breath in through the nose, calm full breath in through the nose, and sigh out. And again, full breath in through the nose. It's that nice morning sigh. Imagine you've got a beautiful view in front of you, somewhere where we've been, where it's just really, really A joy to wake up and look at a stunning view. I always think of Costa Brava on the beach when we do our qigong in that first morning, second morning, not this year, not last year, but the year before when we had the sun there, nice and bright. Let's do one more breath in. And then just take a moment, just standing. So you should feel lots of nice energy tinglings around the face, around the chest. All great for our breathing practice. Let's do a couple of qigong flows. Before we do our seated practice, so Buddha holds up the earth, so breathing gently, softly in, and then breathing out. Smooth, easy movement. Soft, light breathing. Taking a moment, ready. Pulling down the heavens, breathing in, breathing out. Together and just resting on the lower belly. Just a few moments bamboo in the wind. Closing your eyes. And just bringing awareness to where you have your hands resting on the lower belly. just noticing, just as you're breathing naturally, as you're breathing normally, how that area responds as you're breathing in. So soften the belly, soften into the hips, but keep that spine strong. And have that sense of a true deep breath deep into the body, but without breathing any more air, just letting the body breathe naturally. And just in your own time, taking maybe a slightly fuller breath, opening your eyes at the top of that breath, stepping out, just maybe having a little stretch if you need a stretch. And then you're going to do next few minutes seated breathing, or if you want to stay standing, that's absolutely fine, you can stay standing, but find yourself a comfortable position that you're going to be okay for the next 7 minutes. I'm going to jump back onto this camera here. And there we go. What we're going to do is we're going to do some resonance frequency breathing. Resonance frequency breathing is when the breath rate and the heart rate synchronize together. And this has been shown in various studies to help increase our heart rate variability, that difference between the heartbeats in a resting posture. But leading into that, what I'd like to do is to do some big full breaths with a breath hold at the top and using an exhale through the mouth. It's a nice way actually just to bring you into that state. It's a bit of a stressor on the system before you come into that calm relaxation. We'll do some breath hold at the top. Now, if you are pregnant, if you've got high blood pressure, if you've got any cardiovascular issues, stay away from any strong breath holds. We're not particularly going to do a strong breath hold here, but if it just doesn't feel comfortable, then just breathe easy through the first part of this practice. So what I'm going to ask you to do is breathe in for 4 to start off with. Nice full breath in for 4. We'll hold for about 7. And then we'll use tongue on the tip of the roof of the mouth, and we'll just do a whooshing sound or like a blowing candle out sound for 8. So it's like letting off steam. We'll do that 3 times, and then we'll go into the guided resonance frequency, which is going to be 6 seconds in and 6 seconds out. If anywhere through this practice it gets a little bit confused, you lose track of the rhythm, just take a step back and then just settle back into the rhythm when you feel ready to do so. Are we all good to go? I will use a guided visual as well if you're watching on screen for the 6-6 breath work. So getting yourself into a comfortable position, nice and tall through the spine. Just letting the breath settle. So we do 3 big breaths with a hold first. So breathing in, 2, 3, 4, hold at the top, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then long exhale out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For those on Zoom, I want to see a fuller breath in. So nice full breath in. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice long exhale through the mouth. 6, 7, 8. It's like that cleansing and clearing breath. Breathing in and hold. And then let go, completely let go, cleanse and clear, let it all go. And then just letting your breath settle, just breathing calmly. And then we'll go for inhale for 6, exhale for 6. Now you're just keeping the breath nice and light, so it might take a few breaths just to get into the rhythm. So when you're ready, just in your normal breath cycle now, just taking a breath out. And then we'll breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breath in, breath out. Just in and out through the nose. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Just keep it light and slow and deep. Breath in, breath out. 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 Remember that sense of that true deep breath in, relaxing the face, relaxing the eye sockets. Breath out, relaxing the jaw. Breath in, breath out. Keeping tall through the spine, strong spine. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. And then just letting your breath settle naturally. Just breathing easy. Good. And then when you're ready, if you have your eyes closed, just in your own time, just opening your eyes. Again, you might want a little stretch, a little bit of a twist. So that's a nice way, again, just a few minutes of doing that. You don't have to spend a long time just tuning in with the breath, just following the breath there. Good way, hopefully, for setting you up for the day ahead. So thanks for joining, and I will see you hopefully on Thursday for our Thursday session with a little bit more focus on movement and strength and balance again. Have a great day. See you Thursday. Take care.
Thank you.
Cheers. Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye. Recording stop.